When I first started out reselling clothing on eBay, figuring out the right types of brands to be picking up and to be reselling took me years to really dial in, which is why today we're going to be going over 5 brands that I know that you are missing out on every time you go to the thrift or the Goodwill bins. So let's not waste any more time and jump into what brands I'm exactly talking about. So some of these brands might seem pretty ordinary. You've probably heard about them before, but it really takes looking up the sell through rate, the average sale price to really get a good idea of what the market is like. And now we are in winter, so we're going to be seeing a lot of more of these items have higher sell through rates than previous seasons like spring and summer. So the first one I bring up is jeans. So we're talking about Lee Extreme Motion jeans or Extreme Comfort jeans or pants as well. So these kind of fall into the same category. So today we're going to look at just the Extreme Motion jeans, and the results might surprise you. Yeah, you're not going to be making tens of hundreds of dollars by selling these jeans, but they do sell for ranges between $18 and $24 in pre-owned condition. So I find these at the Goodwill outlet and at the thrift store all the time. So you can see we have 593 results of Lee Extreme Motion jeans listed on eBay pre-owned. And then we're going to check the sell-through rate by clicking the solds, and we can see there's 567 sold in the last 90 days. So an 100% sell-through rate on something that gets passed up over and over and over again. Do they sell for a ton of money? No. But do they sell frequently? Yes. So within 90 days, these are expected to sell. If you do find a couple of them, you could maybe figure lotting them up best serves you. What I've done is generally price these jeans between $18 and $24. That's usually about as much as I'm getting out of them. Depends on size and condition, of course. But I find these all the time. There's no competition. No one's waking up in the morning going, hey, I'm going to go find some Lee Extreme Motion jeans. So likewise, you could find the Extreme Comfort. It's kind of a similar type of jean with the elastic waistband, and you're going to see those sell-through rates be similar. So this is key. Doing the research like this, being able to check current market sell-through rates was really going to help you gain a good understanding on what to look out for the next time you go out sourcing. That's what it's really all about, everybody, is like you may know the market of certain items in previous seasons, but it's important to keep up on that research, to always be checking the comps to see if those sell-through rates change throughout the season. So right now we're selling a lot of jeans because the weather has changed. So Extreme Motion, Extreme Comfort is something that I'm going to be specifically looking out for when I go to the thrift store and when I go to the Goodwill outlet. I'm going to be picking them up. I'm trying not to spend more than a couple dollars for that particular brand because they don't sell for a ton of money. So I think I'm comfortable spending, between $1 and $4 for a used pair of jeans like that. This video is sponsored by Vendoo, a cross-listing platform that can help you generate more sales, not just by listing on one platform, but multiple platforms to help generate more sales in your business and get more eyes on the items that you are listing. So I've been using Vendoo for a couple months now, and the main feature that I love is the auto sales detect feature. So when something sells on eBay, it gets delisted off of other platforms. So right now they just have that for Poshmark, but I hear word on the street is that they are rolling out that feature for a couple other platforms here soon. So they also have a data analytics tracking tool to track your revenue and profit for what items sell on what platform. You can easily import items from multiple platforms: eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Shopify, and Depop. So this is a platform that helped me generate an extra $4,500 in just a few months by just cross-listing my items from eBay onto Poshmark, selling about 255 items. So the cool thing about doing Vendoo is that you can get a couple dollars off your first month. So you could check out linked in the description down below. You could just give it a try, see if you like it, and see if it's going to be a right fit for you. It can help you make a little bit more money in your reselling business while eBay is getting their stuff together and getting things figured out. I'm so happy that I chose Vendoo to help make an extra $4,500 extra this year. So we're going to be going into some brands that you're definitely passing them up, but there's certain characteristics that we need to look for within these brands. Like Lee jeans in general, I don't pick up because they don't have a good sell through rate and they don't sell for a lot of money. But Lee Extreme Motion, that's a different story. So the next brand I want to talk about is Union Bay cargo shorts. You heard that right. Union Bay. So, but specifically Union Bay cargo shorts for men. And you can see there is 1,400 listed on eBay. And let's check how many have sold in the last 90 days. So, nearly 400 have sold in the last 90 days. And similar to jeans, we are now falling out of season with shorts. So, still to have about a 30% sell through rate on these shorts that everyone passes up on, everyone's passing up on Union Bay. If you can find Union Bay cargo shorts and start stacking them up now in your store, come spring and summertime, that sell through rate is going to increase and you'll see a lot of traction coming in for these shorts. Likewise, these shorts do not sell for a ton of money. They're selling between $17 and $20. So you're not going to want to go and spend $10, $12 for a pair of shorts like this. You can see commonly they're selling between $20, $25. That's kind of like the average. If you could find the cargo shorts, or cargo camo shorts, that's going to be really beneficial too, because you have two extra factors that can really help that brand since the brand isn't all that good. So those types of things, like just checking in on the brand and then deep diving the brand. Like we all know Union Bay is a pretty bad brand, but if you could type in Union Bay cargo shorts and Union Bay camo cargo shorts, that might change the story. Another brand that I'm not going to include here, but I'll just mention is Urban Pipeline. Urban Pipeline cargo shorts, also similar situation, like 20 to 30% sell through rate, and everyone is passing them up. So while it's not the real good season to be capitalizing on shorts, I buy things that are out of season all the time with the expectation to sell them come spring and summer once it starts warming up. Because who's picking up shorts this time of year? Not a lot of people. I am. So the next brand I want to talk to you about is democracy, but more about democracy ab technology jeans, where they have more of that elastic waist, more comfortable. So you can see there's 2,400 listed on eBay of the democracy ab technology jeans. Those are pre-owned. Now let's see how many have sold in the last 90 days. 1,300 have sold in the last 90 days. So that's giving us a really strong sell-through rate. Democracy is a hit and miss brand for me. um as far as like it doesn't sell for a ton of money. If you're able to find like size 8, 10, 12 and above, you could usually get a little bit more than $20 plus shipping on those jeans. And democracy, most people are passing it up. I passed it up for my first year or two in reselling, and then I really started to deep dive this brand and go, okay, it seems like sizes 8 and above do better. And that's kind of just common with most women's jeans. I try not to pick anything lower than a size 8 or 6. But you can see here, these are constantly selling $34, $28, $34, 35, best offer, 35, 31, 32. Like that's pretty nice for a brand that everyone seems to be passing up, and with such a good strong sell through rate of over 50, 60%. Yeah, you're going to want to be picking these up. If you want to sell items fast, which is what I prefer, I'm going to be adding democracy to my brand list, picking it up every time I see it. I see it at the Goodwill outlet all the time. People pass it up because they just think, oh, it's just another everyday brand. It is, but it is sought after on eBay, which is what we're looking to sell on, right? eBay, even they sell pretty well on Poshmark as well. So another brand that you are definitely passing up is Old Navy. But Old Navy, what? Old Navy dresses. And I'm talking about plus size dresses. Anything plus size sells well for me, but we're going to be talking about Old Navy plus size dresses 2X. So there's not a ton listed. There's 238 listed used on eBay, and it's not really the dress season right now. So keep in mind, this sell-through rate will increase as we get into spring and summer. So you could see that there's a little less than a 50% sell-through rate on Old Navy dresses. Not great, but definitely more than I thought, right? Old Navy is pretty much on the low of the low as you could get when it comes to brands. So you can see though they sell for $34, $30, $32, 32, 26, 24, 24, 29. And most of my viewers are thrifters or Goodwill bins, sourcers. So you guys really have to keep in mind that you're going to find this stuff all the time at the bins. Like people are not picking up Old Navy, they're not picking up Old Navy plus size tops or plus size dresses. So if you do find something out there and it is Old Navy, don't just discard it right away. Make sure it is a plus size so you can start adding that into your Rolodex and start multiplying money, right? We want to be able to turn our $2 to $4 that we spend into $10, $15 profit quickly. That is the goal. While selling things for high average sale price is awesome as well, it's just harder to find that type of stuff. So we're trying to really focus on those bread and butter, everyday common items that everyone can find. The next brand I want to talk about, one of my favorite brands, and that is J.Jill. So J.Jill sells well for me in medium, large, extra large. But when you really get into the plus size tops within this brand, that's when the sell through rate will blow you away. So this is J. Jill 2X plus size tops, 1,200 used listed. And then let's see how many have sold in the last 90 days. You could see 954 J. Jill plus size tops, 2X, have sold nearly 80-90% sell through rate. So that is really strong, really nice. And the key here is they sell for good money. It really depends on what type of pattern, what kind of style you get. But you could see a J. Jill tunic 2X plus size sold for $80, 78.92. I don't know about you, but that's amazing. So not only does J. Jill, a tier above, those bread and butter brands, they're selling for great money. $50, $54, $50, 45, 43, 39, 39. I'm seeing J. Jill being passed up all the time at my local thrift store. I go to a couple church thrift stores. They're not picking up J. Jill. At least none of the resellers are. So I usually can grab a few pieces of J. Jill every time I go to uh, the thrift racks. So another brand just to add to your list. I want to do these more and more because the common items get passed up so much because people don't really take the time to do that extra step of research of what exactly within that brand is going to be something worth your time and worth picking up. So I hope you all have a blessed Thanksgiving and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.